Handoff to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between the deep.
It's time for high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Valley Tractor. Now let's go live to the gym for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
All the way himself for the touchdown. Beautiful read by Ryan Branham. He'll score from 20 yards out. Good evening and welcome to Wenatchee High School for our second volleyball match of the week and of the season here on the NCWLIFE channel. I'm Eric Grandstrom coming to you live from the sidelines here as we get ready for the first matchup of the season before they meet again this coming weekend in the Sun Dome. It's the Davis Pirates visiting from Yakima, taking on the Wenatchee Panthers. Wenatchee coming off a 26-1 campaign in 2024, including a third-place finish at the State 4A tournament. Meanwhile, the Davis Pirates got to the state tournament. They won their first two matches, but then lost two in a row and failed to trophy last year. Talking with their head coach, Steve Stanley, he says the aspirations is to get back to the state tournament as well as a challenge for a trophy at the very least this coming season. They only graduated two off of last year's team that made it to the state tournament. These two teams, 1 and 2 a year ago in the Columbia Basin Big Nine, and probably expected to finish 1-2 again this year. Good crowd on hand here tonight for the announcements of our non-starters as well as. Let's take a look at that right now. First of all, for the visitors from Yakima. Sophomore. Also getting the start tonight will be Brisa Chiquiz, who is a 5'2 junior. Layla Henderson is a 5'6 sophomore. Cheyenne Hull is a 6' junior. Watch out for her tonight. Naomi Herrera is a 5'6 sophomore. And Jocelyn Stanley, she is the daughter of Coach Steve Stanley. She is a 5'7 sophomore. Also, Paige Gessling is a 6' junior. So they got some good size up front here for the Davis Pirates. The non-starters here tonight, Cynthia Chiquiz, also Sophia James Tias. So those are the lineups here for Davis. Meanwhile, for the Wenatchee Panthers, by the way, Davis comes into tonight's match with a record of 1-0. They beat Toppenish here just a couple of nights ago in a sweep, 3-0. The Wenatchee Panthers head coach is Jordan McGregor. She is assisted by Juan Sanchez. Her starters tonight include Bevan Lunstra, who is a senior. She wears number 2. Journey Jelsing is also a starter tonight. She is a junior, wears number 3. Soraya Jensen is a sophomore. She wears number 4. Claire Demersion is a junior, wears number 5. And Riley Jones also getting the start for Coach McGregor here tonight. She is finally in her senior season with the Wenatchee Panthers. Also, watch out for Kate Berry to come off the bench here tonight. She's a sophomore, wears number 1. Kenzie Murphy wears number 6. She's a senior. Sela Hull wears number 7. She's a senior. Sienna Nell is a senior. She wears number 8. Lauren Woligorsky wears number 9. She is a junior. Becca Lamb is a junior, wears number 11. Emma Beckstead wears number 13. She's a senior. And Ava Ballou wears number 15. She is a senior. We'll take a break, come back, get you the starting of this matchup here. Big Nine play underway tonight. It's Davis, it's Wenatchee. Coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
All right, the anthem taken care of. Also a moment of silence, of course, this day back in 2011. Who could forget? And we shall forever remember the attack that happened on American soil in our homeland, where over 3,000 people died in the attacks in New York on the World Trade Center, as well as in the field, the vacant field in Pennsylvania. We shall never forget. Also, today is a special day for my family because today is also my daughter's 27th birthday today. I missed her birthday back when she was 3 because of that tragic event that happened on September 11th, but I have vowed ever since to treat this day as a day of celebration, to celebrate the gift of a daughter. And now she has gifted me the wonderful gift of being a grandfather. So happy birthday to Graceland Jeanette. Love you, and I will always celebrate this day. All right, ready for volleyball here tonight. Davis with the traveling gray trimmed in orange and black. Meanwhile, the Wenatchee Panthers with their home black trimmed in purple and gold as we're ready to go here on the NCWLIFE channel. It looks like up front for the Panthers will be Riley Jones. Of course, remember Riley in her sophomore season got the game-winning spike in the state tournament to win Wenatchee's state championship just 2 seasons ago. Now she is a senior wearing number 10 on that front line for the Panthers. Also on the front line will be Soraya Jensen. She wears number 4, and number 5 up there is Claire Demersion, the younger sister of the Demersion girls that we came to know and love here at Wenatchee High School. Journey Jelsing is in the second line. She's wearing number 3. Also back for the Panthers on the service here. Looks like it'll be Emma Beckstead, a senior. And then also on the back line for the Panthers, Brevin Loonstra, who is a senior as well. So ready to go here. Good crowd on hand tonight. Going to make a lot of noise as we get our Big 9 season started between Wenatchee and Davis. First service to the back line. Davis there. And unfortunately hit the top of the net and will bounce back on the Davis side of things. The libero, Brisa Garfias, just couldn't quite get enough on that one to get it over. Here's a serve, deep serve, but back there to return it for the Pirates is Layla Henderson. Wenatchee gets it back over again, and nothing fancy there, just a nice clean hit by Demersion. Got it over the net, and another point for the Panthers, and they have a 2-0 lead here to start things off. We'll keep track of largest leads and lead changes. 2 right now for the Wenatchee Panthers. Davis after the serve. Block at the net, but the Panthers can't get down after it. A good kill by Cheyenne Hull. Watch for that all night long tonight here for the Davis Pirates. Substitution for Davis. Out comes Veronica Robledo. And Robledo comes into the contest as Jocelyn Stanley will have the service here for Davis. Back line there for the Panthers is Loonstra. They quickly get it across, and a beautiful direct at the net, not waiting for the bump set spike. It was Claire Demersion with the kill at the line here for the Panthers, and another point for Wenatchee as they lead it 3-1. Back to serve this time for Wenatchee will be Sela Hull. Got holes on both sides of the net here tonight. Sela for the Panthers with the service. Right hand for the right side. Goes back And there is the other hole we were talking about. And a nice little dunk at the net again by Wenatchee, as Waligorski will get the point this time. So you got Cheyenne Hull on one side, and now serving for Wenatchee on the other side is Sela Hull. I asked Coach Stanley if there was any relation, and he says not that he's aware of, but could be. There's a cross-court kill and a point to Davis. Cheyenne Hull there for the call. Using her 6-foot height advantage. Now she will go back to serve here for Davis. Pirates trail at 4-2. I was talking with Coach McGregor before the game tonight for the Panthers. Beautiful serve by Hull. Now scrambled by Davis as Wenatchee quickly got it across to the back line. Now up front, here's the kill attempt. It going cross court in the corner. Beautiful job, but once again for the Panthers. And I believe that was Claire Demersion again for Wenatchee. Opposite hitter, and she used the opposite side of the floor. Found a hole back there, and Wenatchee on top 5-2. Panthers with the service here, and with the serve, it's Demersion. Her serve, boy, hit the top of the net, got over. Davis responds, but into the net with a little right-handed shot that was a little too lackadaisical by Garfias. And a point to Wenatchee. They lead at 6-2, largest lead for the Panthers here in this first set. Best out of 5. You win 3, you win the match. Down the line it goes. Left side, beautiful block up front by Riley Jones. Sprawling to the floor is Hull. They get it back across. Garfias. Here's another kill by Riley Jones, and nothing you can do about that as Riley uses those hops to get up high for the kill, and a point to the Panthers. They lead it by 5. Demersion on the service will go straight down the line, and a good return by Henderson as Davis sets up the offense. Another opportunity for Wenatchee for a kill. This time skying high is Brevin Lunstra, and she will get the kill, and we're going to get a timeout here on the floor as it's an 8-2 Wenatchee lead here in the first set. We will take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Big 9 Volleyball here on the NCWLIFE channel.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
Our broadcast of Big 9 Volleyball tonight on the NCWLIFE channel brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. Service by Wenatchee. Spun out of control nearly for Davis as they finally get it across by Garfias. Wenatchee again, absolutely perfect set up front. The assist will go to Lunstra. The kill will go to Riley Jones, and another point to Wenatchee. Find Alpine Air on the web at alpineair.net. Spell air with an E on the end. Service. Again, it is the Garfias with the return. A block by Wenatchee. Davis keeps it alive. They get it back across, but a reverse bump to get it across off the hands of Herrera, and it will go wide out of bounds. Point to Wenatchee. Quite a run here for the Panthers. Again, right down the line it'll go to Henderson. Point this time will go to Davis as they snap that string. Coach Jordan McGregor asking her about the loss on the road at Linden over the weekend. Of course, Linden, a constant powerhouse in the world of volleyball, 1A volleyball, and Wenatchee a little messed up here on the return as they went cross-court, did the Davis service. Lunstra couldn't handle it, goes out of bounds over the Wenatchee bench and right over the top of Coach McGregor. And I said, well, how was that match? Back line it goes to the Panthers as they get it back across. Not quite setting up the offense that time around. There's a kill attempt for the back line. Riley Jones there for the stuff. Riley is showing that she has improved on her jumping ability. I mean, it wasn't bad in the past, but Riley really getting up high here. As into the contest for Wenatchee comes Ava Ballou. It'll be Panthers service, and Riley Jones, who just got the points, will be back there to serve for Wenatchee. Service on the way, too deep. Little adrenaline flowing through the veins of Riley Jones on that one. 11-5 our score. Substitution here for Davis. Out comes Robledo, and in comes James Tias. And she will have the service. Sophia will have the service, a junior. Right hand from the right side, cross court, short. Wenatchee there. And Riley Jones again with the kill. My goodness, I don't know how you can defend that. Panther substitution. In back comes Soraya Jensen for Wenatchee. And on the service will be Journey Jelsing. Jelsing with the service. Low line drive. There is Hull. A little fisted across the net for Davis. Kill attempt by Wenatchee. Nicely blocked by Davis. They keep it alive. Garfias gets it over. Here's a reverse set and a kill attempt, but Davis is there for the quarry. Beautiful little soft touch up front by Wenatchee. Panthers scrambling here. Block at the net. Unfortunately for Davis, goes tickling down on their side of the net on the attempt on the block by Gasling. And so it's a point to Wenatchee. Again, the service remains with Journey Jelsing. 13-5, Panthers up by 8. Jelsing goes back line. Garfias is there. Kill attempt, cross court, trying to get it was Gasling. Now Wenatchee gets it back. Farias just goes down with it. Garfias, that is. And now from the back line comes Hull, and that will be a kill. As backing up, trying to get into position there was Demersion, but she just was going backwards while the ball fell in front of her and tried to reverse direction, but couldn't do so. 13-6 the score. Wenatchee's led it from the start. Service for Davis will be for Layla Henderson. Henderson serve. Nice one there. Down to a knee for the Panthers. They get it, and a kill attempt this time. A little bit too long for Wenatchee. And that kill attempt was by Lunstra. 2 service opportunities in a row here for Henderson. A rare thing for Davis in this early going. And another attempt by Wenatchee to find a hole in the pond, but Soraya Jensen's little Nerf shot with a right fist goes out of bounds. Another point to Davis. Pirates have 3 points in a row here to close the lead to 13-8. Ticks the top of the net. Wenatchee scrambling to counter. They do. We get a whistle, though, and a point. They're going to say a lift by Wenatchee. So a point for Davis. 4 points in a row for the Pirates. 13-9 suddenly the score. Pirates not going away here. We expect this one to be a Donnybrook here tonight in a very warm gymnasium. Wenatchee just gets it back across. They'll set up and play again. Nice block at the net here for the Panthers by Ballou. She'll be part of this set. Nope, will not be. And this one is way long. From the back row was Jelsing and did just too much on that one. 5 points in a row for Davis. Closes the lead to 3 at 13-10. Henderson staying on the serve. She'll go back line. Wenatchee will let it fall in. It will go inside the back line and be an ace for Henderson. We're going to get a timeout taken by Wenatchee, and Coach McGregor, she does not like the trajectory of things, so she'll try to slow the roll down here for the Pirates. 13-11 our score here in the first set, with Davis trailing it by 2. We'll come back with more right after this 30-second timeout.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Our broadcast of Big Nine Volleyball tonight here on the NCW Life Channel, brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge. 100% real cheese and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. 13-11 the score. Davis on quite a run here. Pirates service. Henderson again. Wenatchee after the timeouts. Now the kill attempt. And right there is Garfias. She was able to keep it alive, and they got it back across. Wenatchee now with a libero in for the first time here in the ball game as they scramble. Barry is in there, I believe, is the libero now. And, Kate Barry. And we got a point scored that goes to Wenatchee this time around. Good volley. That's our longest volley of the night. Service for Wenatchee will be Brevin Lundstra. They don't have the wheels on our scorers table here are not locked, so it keeps creeping away from me here. Oh, beautiful kill. Beautiful set for Davis. With the kill, Cheyenne Hull. That'll be one of many here tonight and this season for the Pirate junior. 14-12 the score, and now the service to Gasling. Page to Barry. Up front, the kill. What a nasty hit by Demersion there. Finding the range, finding the direction, finding the point for Wenatchee. 15-12 the score. Coach McGregor told me the game over the weekend in Linden was a 25-21 just about for the first 3 sets. Wenatchee won the 4th set, forced a 5th set, and I think she said it was 15-12 in that final set. So quite a contest for their one match of the season so far. Panthers down to a knee, keep it alive. Davis with the counter now, and almost got outside the antenna, but a beautiful touch. And the point for Herrera as she's able to find a hole in the pond. Another substitution as Robledo will come in. James Tias comes out, and the service will be to Jocelyn Stanley. Officials, by the way, our officials tonight, Bill Lieber is our R1. The R2 is Michael Cole. He's over here talking to the scorers table right now to make sure we keep everything straight. Our line judges tonight, Kelly Brock and Terry Ayton. Our 4-person officiating crew this evening for this Big Nine volleyball matchup here at Wenatchee High School. If you have not been in Wenatchee High School in a while, the facilities are in dire need of adjustments, of improvements, of maintenance, of everything else, and they just have not passed the bond here in order to do so. And so as a result, this gymnasium is really, really hot. Kill attempt by Demersion goes wide, and Davis, good communication on the far side over there. It's a point to the Pirates, and they're one away from tying this thing up. Service by Stanley, a dying quail. Wenatchee gets it across. My goodness, what a scramble there. Cross court. Barry on the back line. Oh, beautiful idea up front on the kill attempt by Chiquis. And it's a touch at the line, and here's a kill. Jelsing, one of the two. And the point 16-14 to Wenatchee. So they avoid the tie here, get the service back, and dropping back to service will be Sela Hull. Service by Hull. A little deep, a lot deep in fact. Too much. And a point to Davis. That's something that Coach McGregor was telling me before the match here tonight, is that too many times some unforced errors by Wenatchee in that game on the road at Linden. She says the two teams play each other 10 times. Wenatchee probably wins 8 out of 10. But that was not the case on Saturday on the road in Linden. By the way, those two teams will meet again in Yakima at the Sundome this weekend in the volleyball festival that's happening. We'll give you that rundown as we get through the night tonight here on the NCW Life Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Also by Biosports Physical Therapy, Aqua Therapy, Sports Biomechanics, Orthopedic Physical Therapy, Orthotics. All you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Got food being delivered to the scores table here. How about that? Got a hot dog, got some popcorn earlier, thanks to the Wenatchee High School concessions. Now, you go out there to the concession stand, it's nice and cool. BJ Kutz, the athletic director, back again. Welcome back, BJ. Told me that her office is about 63 degrees. She has to wear a sweatshirt in there, but you come in the gym here and you about cook. Service by the Pirates, a little bit too long on that one. So a couple of unforced errors here in the early part of this match tonight. 17-15 the score. Panthers on top. Jelsing with the service for Wenatchee. Jump serve, dying quail. Return by Davis. Pirates kind of had to get a misstep taken care of. Herrera got it back over. Here's a kill attempt right into the lap of a Pirates. And again, it is on the kill Lunstra for Wenatchee. Riley Jones, Brevin Lunstra up front. That's a dominant front line for Wenatchee. Service again, and this one sails a little bit too wide. And a miss hit there by Demersion. Point to Davis, 18-16. Back and forth we go. Wenatchee's led the entire first set here, but Davis at one point trailed by 8, now down by 2. Service is in by Garfias. And the scramble attempt, and speaking of scrambling, backing up and falling down and getting a fist to it was Kate Berry, but it will go off of her and out of bounds on a point. And we're again within one of being tied here. It would be the first tie since zeros. Service by Garfias is too deep. Good call by Berry. Kate backing up. Of course, we saw her older sister, Ava Jo Berry, wear that libero uniform and wear that number 1 back in her days, now at the University of Washington. Substitution for the Panthers, in comes Ava Ballou. Meanwhile, the service will go to Riley Jones, with the Panthers leading it by 2, 19-17. Jones on the service, right hand from the left side. Cross court she'll go. Back line, Hull is there. Up front it comes. Here's a kill attempt. It goes back line, and Panthers just shove it right back across. Set themselves up defensively again. Hull with another attempt at the kill. Doesn't get it. Riley Jones with a wicked right arm, but the Pirates are there. Good volley back and forth here in this point in set number 1. Cross-court kill attempt. Hit the foot, and Brevin Lunstra feeling it here tonight in the first sets. Panthers up 20-17. Riley Jones continues on the service here for Wenatchee. Riley's service again goes back line. There is Garfias. And a little touch at the net by Davis causes consternation for Wenatchee, but the Panthers respawn. And the Pirates with a beautiful little touch. Is that Garfias that got a finger to that? Or maybe it was Layla Henderson, one of the two. Got just a little flick of a finger, and it goes over the net and falls where there are no Panthers. So a point to Davis, 20-18. Pirates get the service back. And back to serve for Davis is Sophia James Teague. Service back deep. Berry brings it back towards the front. Little touch here by Lunstra. Now a touch by Hull. Wenatchee comes scrambling forward. Here's a kill attempt. And Davis is there to respond. Cross court, Berry. And Wenatchee from the second line now gets the ball hit right back to him. So Lunstra says, no, here, have it back. And a point to the Panthers, I believe it is 21-18. It'll be Journey Jelsing on the service here for Wenatchee. Panthers with a lot of state experience on this club after winning the state title 2 years ago and taking third last year. Good serve by Jelsing. Touch at the line, at the net for Davis. And again, look out. Somebody looked like they were into the net, but the officials say, nope, play on. And it'll be 4 hits for Wenatchee. And so the point will go to Davis, 21-19. Panthers seemed kind of out of sorts from the get-go on that one. Service for Layla Henderson now. The 5'6" sophomore drops back. Tell you, for a sophomore, very impressive so far. This one, the service a little low, hits the nets. It'll be a point to the Panthers. They're 3 away from wrapping up this first set. Have led it to start to finish. Well, we're not done yet. Led by as many as 8, and now we're going to get a timeout taken by Coach Steve Sandley for the Davis Pirates. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs in Central Washington, call Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate at 509-888-8887. That's 509-888-8887. I want to thank our crew tonight before we get too far down the path. Malcolm Whitehall, Eli Ginter back in the studio. Dan Kuntz was here tonight as helping to set up as our line producer. Thank you, Daniel. Paul Collard and Callie Benson are our camera folks tonight. Tim Bernowski, also our production assistant. Thanks to our crew. Don't forget, we'll have Big Nine soccer, girls soccer, next Tuesday in the Apple Bowl. West Valley comes calling to take on the Wenatchee Panthers. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen will have that one for you with the game time at 7 o'clock in the Apple Bowl next Tuesday here on the NCWLIFE channel. No football this week. Normally we'd be doing a football game tomorrow night, but everybody's out of town. I had somebody come and ask me, well, how come you don't travel? Well, we need the connectivity with high-speed internet and be able to handle the volume, the data volume of our streams of video and audio. So as a result, we're kind of limited, hamstrung, if you will. Service for Wenatchee by Jelsing. Block attempt at the net by the Panthers on the return by Davis. Here's Barry and the kill. And this time Demersion will ricochet it off of a finger out of bounds. And Wenatchee 2 points away from winning the first set. Good crowd on hand here tonight with the student body here. Looks like a lot of the football team is here as well. Deep service by Jelsing, and a kill attempt at the net, and it's blocked by Wenatchee but falls on the Wenatchee side of the net. So the point is to the Pirates. They're still hanging in there, 23-20 the score, and it'll be Paige Gasling again on the service. Gasling drops all the way back, right-handed server from the left corner, approaches and stays right down the line. Back line is it for Jelsing. This kill attempt by Demersion is wide. A little bit too much oomph on it, and Davis does a good job just letting that one fly out of bounds. So the point is to the Pirates, 23-21. Got to win by 2. Again, Gasling on the service. Her serve kind of spins off of her fingers, but still gets across. Kill attempt by Wenatchee, countered by Davis. The block at the nets, and a swipe by Ballou. Panthers again responding, getting around and getting it back over. Touch at the net by Davis. Touch at the net by Wenatchee. Right there to return it on a beautiful volley back and forth. Wenatchee diving out of bounds. That ball may have been out of bounds on the drive over there by Lundström. And we're within 1 point again, 23-22. The Davis ladies responding to the timeout moments ago by Steve Stanley. 1 point differential. Davis has trailed this entire first match, but can tie it up right here. Service by Gasling. Down to an E goes Wenatchee. The Panthers need to get it back over. They do. Falling down, keeping it alive was Garfias. And now it comes up front to Wenatchee. Kill attempt is blocked nicely by the Pirates. Wenatchee scrambling. They get it back over. Does Lundström. Here's a set and a kill and a point, and we're tied. Up front with the strong kill again is Cheyenne Hull. The 2 kills she's had come her way that were set up nicely. She's able to take advantage, and we're all tied at 23. And a timeout. Wenatchee will take a 30-second break on the broadcast. Come back. You're watching Big Nine Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Well, having to reset our score graphics, so apologies if you have lost the score on your TV screen. 23-all is the score. I'll just tell you what it is as we're here in the first set, all tied. First tie by Davis since it was 0-0. And the Pirates looking to take the lead here on the service by Gasling after the timeout by Wenatchee. Panthers have been kind of in scramble mode for the last several points here. Davis with the set, the kill attempt cross court, as Hull couldn't quite get all that you wanted to on it. And here is a point to Wenatchee. They decided to go deep, did Brevin Loonstra, and a flailing attempt on the save or on the hit by Davis goes out of bounds. So a point to Wenatchee, and the Panthers one away from taking this first set here tonight. Best out of 5. Win 3, you win the match. It'll be Barry on the service. Barry's service, back line, Davis with the return. Here's a set. Hull not quite, again, comfortable with the kill. Wenatchee then has the chance. Davis there for the counter. Another kill attempt off the mark by Cheyenne Hull will fall on the Davis side and give Wenatchee the first set here tonight by a final of 25-23. Do not go away. This one has a tendency to be close all night long. We'll take a 60-second break and come back for set number 2. It's Davis, it's Wenatchee, it's Big Nine Volleyball tonight here on the NCW Life channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel.
Wenatchee takes the first set 25-23 as we head to the second set. The first poll is out. This is according to what I have in my hands here, the Associated Press coaches poll. Lake Stevens in the 4A ranked number 1, Curtis number 2. It was Curtis that knocked Wenatchee out of a chance to win the state title last year in the semifinals. Camas is ranked 3rd, Wenatchee ranked 4th in this first poll. Emerald Ridge and Kennedy Catholic are tied for 5. Davis ranked 7th. Puyallup 8th, Skyline 9th, and a tie for 10th between Olympia and Tahoma. That, according to a coaches poll put out by the Associated Press. A reminder that coming up this weekend, it's the Sundome Volleyball Festival Tournament happening at the Yakima Valley Sundome on Friday and Saturday. And this is from schools all over the area. I think it says 48 varsity programs from across the state of Washington to participate. Wenatchee is in the 8th pool on court 8 in the Sundome, and their first match will be Saturday morning at 9 a.m. against Lakeside. Later in the day at 11, they'll take on Toppenish, and then at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, a rematch with Linden, as they're in the same bracket with Linden. It's a lot of fun. You love volleyball, you should be down in Yakima this weekend. Also participating here from local teams, Eastmont, in the larger school side of the tournament. University is their first opponent. That'll be 8 o'clock on Saturday morning. The Wildcats will play Archbishop Murphy at 11, and then Chihuahua, that is, at noon on Saturday. Cashmere also will be participating in the Sundome Festival, Manson, and Pateras. So some really good products here from North Central Washington participating in the Yakima Valley Sundome Festival, Volleyball Festival coming up this weekend on Friday and on Saturday. They've got the JVs playing at Davis High School. So one set in the books, a narrow victory by Wenatchee, 25-23. It was actually a couple of errors by Davis, the last 2 points that meant the difference in that one, as the Pirates had tied it at 23 on a big comeback as they trailed by as many as 8 in that first set, but then came all the way back to tie it at 23. Wenatchee got the next 2 points and would take the first set here, 25-23, getting ready for set number 2. It should be Davis's service. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. For over 50 years, Dick's Heating and Air is family-owned. They service all brands, commercial or residential. Scheduled maintenance and repairs. Call today, 509-884-6444. It's about time to, start thinking about heat instead of air. Okay, we've got another week or so before we can get past the air conditioning and get on to the heat. But if you are kind of quizzical about your pump and want to make sure it's going to work, give Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning a call, 509-884-6444. All right, here we go. Ready for set number 2, and the service for Davis will be by Jocelyn Stanley, and her service gets just over the net. And a beautiful job by Demersion to get down and keep it alive. And, beautiful attempt there by Stanley on the front line. A block at the net by Davis. Here's Wenatchee with a kill. Cross court, Demersion. This time she'll get it in. And the first point of set number 2 goes to the Panthers. Demersion's had about 3 or 4 of those cross-court kills, and that's the first one to stay in for Demersion here tonight. The Panthers back to serve will be Berry. Kate serve, back line to her counterpart as a libero back there, Garfias, but her return hits the net and then hits the stanchion, then comes over here and clangs off of the scorer's table. So a point to Wenatchee, up by 2. Kate Berry's service. Kind of a Funko hit there by Henderson, but the Pirates get it back across. Berry up front, kill. Goes off of a finger, out of bounds, off of Demersion's kill. And a point to Wenatchee. Or are they going to say a point to Davis? Oh my, okay. Well, I guess it was outside the antenna. Didn't see that on the kill attempt. So Davis with the point and Henderson with the serve. Back line is Lunstra for Wenatchee, and that's going to be a lift, I think, on Demersion as she directed the ball rather than hit the ball. It's a fine line there between a hit and a carry, and that was called by the official here. So we're tied at 2. Henderson serve. Wenatchee on the return as Demersion tried the soft kill across the court. She'll collect it back on the return by Davis. Here's a little touch at the net, and Riley Jones doesn't always have to be muscle. Riley using just some touch there for the point for Wenatchee. Panthers up 3-2. Out of the contest for Wenatchee comes Soraya Jensen. Meanwhile, back in to serve is Sela Hall. Hall's service, a little too deep. Good communication by Davis, as on the back line back there was Garfias. Service will be by Paige Gasling. She was able to make that big run, or help with Davis's big run in set number 1. All tied at 3, our second tie of the game. And that'll go down as an ace for Gasling. And our first lead change puts Davis on top 4-3. Gasling again on the service, as Steve Sandley continues to holler out instructions to his ladies. It's a deep serve and too deep. Again, communication for the back line of Wenatchee as Demersion was back there. Wenatchee talking to one another, informing each other that it was out, as we have our third tie here of this second set. Block at the net by Wenatchee. Riley Jones there again. And that ball falling and then bodies falling along with it. It's almost like slow motion, kind of like the Matrix, just trying to get down to hit the, and it falls. Demersion with the service. Wenatchee back on top here, our second lead change of the contest. Beautiful kill attempt by Hull up front for Davis. Here with a swipe is for Wenatchee, Lunstra, and she'll get the point. Well, I'll tell you, Brevin has had a good match here tonight for Wenatchee. Panthers by 2 as Demersion continues on the service. Service by Demersion, back to Hull. Hull will collect it back, hit off of a finger. Kate Berry sprawling backwards, can't get enough of it, and it will fall for a point for Davis. Didn't know if that set for Hull up front for Davis would be enough, but she's able to get plenty of it, and Cheyenne gets the point for the Pirates. Service by James Tias. Wenatchee with a high return. This one hits the antenna, will go out off of a Pirates, and I think that was Hull up there trying to get the block. And a point to Wenatchee. Panthers back up by 2, 7-5. I believe this is Riley Jones. It is back to serve for Wenatchee. Panthers, if you're just joining us, took the first set 25-23. Ticks the top of the net. Garfias there for the response, and a kill by Hull. And look out, Cheyenne is feeling it right now here for the Pirates. That's several kills for Cheyenne Hull in this second set, has drawn the Pirates to within 1, 7-6, and then look at that, she'll have the service. Served by Cheyenne. Dead ball across. Cross court set here for the kill attempt by Lunstra. Now Davis with the response, gets it back over. Oh, beautiful job on a redirect up front by Journey Jelsing. And Jelsing just expertly guides the ball across to an open part of the floor. That gives Wenatchee the point, 8-6. Out of the contest comes Sela Hull. And in to serve here is Journey Jelsing. Jelsing service. Back line it goes. There are the Henderson for Davis. They get it across. Kate Berry will set it, and kind of a reaching touch by Lunstra. A little bit too hard on the set here. I thought that ball went outside of the antenna, but the official was right there. Both officials agree, and that was in, and a point to Wenatchee. So the Panthers have their largest lead here at 3 points now here in the second set. 9-6. Service by Jelsing. Backline again, Henderson. Up front it comes. Now the kill attempt. Cross court trying was Herrera. Wenatchee. Lunstra. Again, you turn your back to the net and try to bump it back over, and you don't necessarily know the direction of where you're hitting it, and it goes out of bounds. Good communication on Davis' side of the court. Garfias on the serve. Kill by the Panthers. And again, they got one after another that they can sky up there at the front line. That's Soraya Jensen that time with a kill. She will get the point for Wenatchee. So again, just like the last set, Davis makes a move, and then Wenatchee gets a little more separation. Panthers service. Cross court, back line, Hull. Up front, Panthers with a block attempt. They get it back across. Up front, oh, nice idea. Kate Berry with a scramble. Can Wenatchee get it back over? Oh my gosh, what a job to keep that ball alive. Now here's a kill attempt. Wenatchee swipes it back over to... And another kill by Demersion. Davis keeps it alive. Pirates get it across and get the point. There's Hull with a strong right arm from the back line for the point win. 10-8 our score. We knew this would be probably some pretty good stuff here, and it has lived up to the billing so far. Robledo comes back in. The service will be to Stanley. Jocelyn serve. Kate Berry goes down and gets it alive. And a beautiful set for Demersion. She'll get the kill. She'll get the point. Wenatchee up 11-8. Service will be to Kate Berry after that wonderful return on a serve that was just a dying quail in the middle of the floor. Berry's service leading it by 3. Backline Henderson is there to Garfias, and Robledo got it. Down to Wenatchee as they go cross court and somehow finding an angle with Soraya Jensen for the point. My goodness. So Kate Berry continues on the service here. Wenatchee, for the first time in a while, gets back-to-back serves. Berry's serve, ooh, that looked maybe like it was deep. Davis wants to get it back over, and here's a shot by Riley Jones right in the noggin of one of the Pirates, but the ball's still alive. Another kill attempt by Riley. This time will skip out of bounds off of a hit by the sprawling Garfia. And it will be a point to Wenatchee and a timeout taken by Davis as Wenatchee's up to its largest lead at 5 points. As we get a timeout on the floor, we'll take a timeout on the broadcast as well. 13-8 the score. We're in the second set. Wenatchee up 1-0 so far. You're watching Big Nine Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Our broadcast of Big Nine Volleyball tonight brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off available too. Stop by the website at globalcarcare.net. Kate Berry continues on the service after the timeout by Davis as the Panthers lead it by 5 here, their largest lead in the second set. As Henderson got it across, Wenatchee just kind of a pinball, got it back over. Another kill attempt cross court. There defensively is Kate Berry dropping to her backside. Now a kill attempt by Hull, and this time, not Hull, it was Gasling who finds a hole, gets the point for Davis, and stops that string. And you hear the JV and freshman team behind us here, giving Davis some support. Beautiful serve by Henderson. Kill, Riley Jones. When she gets that set to her, there's not much you can do. Point to Wenatchee, 14-9, back to a 5-point bulge for the Panthers. It will be Jensen on the service for Wenatchee. Soraya's serve into the bottom of the net. A rare unforced error on a serve for Wenatchee. I think that's only their second of the night. Substitution here for the Panthers. Out comes Jensen. In comes Hull. That would be Sela Hull. Meanwhile, service will be to Paige Gasling for Davis, trailing it by 4. Had a couple of lead changes here in this second set. Wenatchee got it across, and that's kind of one of those tweeners where you don't know if it's far enough to get across, and that was what caught Naomi Herrera at the net for Davis, so a point to the Panthers. Demersion on the service now for Wenatchee. She likes to go right down the line where she serves from. Kill attempt by Hull, return by Wenatchee. Panthers got it back across. Demersion goes back line to it. Falling down was Henderson. She didn't get a clean hit on it. And a point to the Panthers, now their largest lead at 6. Demersion will stay on the service for Wenatchee. Jump serve down the line, back line. It goes to Henderson up front. Here's the kill attempt by Hull, but a block by Riley Jones, who quickly turns to her teammates saying, yeah, I got it. Big smile creasing the face of the senior for the Wenatchee Panthers, who knows what it's like to win a state championship. Demersion will switch sides here. Serve with the right hand from the left side and go right down the line, and that messed Davis up there defensively as Garfias caught unaware. Little run here for the Panthers. 18-10 the score. We're in set number 2. Jordan McGregor, head coach, has a clipboard in front of her, says where she wants to serve it. Garfias goes down. This time she gets it cleanly. Here's a touch by Hull, but we're going to get a point. I think she carried it. Yes, she did. Panthers on the run here. 7 points in a row, lead at 19-10. Demersion continues on the service for the Panthers. Soft serve this time. Henderson up front. Here's Hull. She'll go back line with it. That may have been deep, but Kate Berry keeps it alive. A touch at the net by Lundstra is slicing out of bounds, so a point to Davis. Pirates will bring back in James Tias for the service. And taking a seat for a breather is Robledo. Panthers up by 8. Kate Berry up front. Here's a kill attempt, and it is out. A little bit too long off the hand of Lundstra. So Brevin had that all dialed in the first set, not so much here in the second. The differential is now 7. As remaining on the service is Sophia James Tias. Sophia waiting for the whistle from Bill Lieber, our main official here tonight. He does so, and Kate Berry will be on the return. Up front, reverse set. A little bit too low for Riley Jones. She'll go into the net with it, and immediately apologizing was Journey Jelsing. 19-13. Always tough to set those behind your head. Nice little run here by Davis after Wenatchee looked like they were about to put things away. Speaking of putting things away, instead of going cross court with the thunderous clap, Brevin Lundstra decides, I'll just do a little soft serve here, and taps it over the net for the point for the Panthers. Back in for Wenatchee is Ava Ballou. Meanwhile, back to serve is Riley Jones for Wenatchee, leading it by 7. Jones again too deep. Boy, closer this time. She's had a couple of those tonight that were a little too deep. That one about a ball width too deep for Riley. Point to Davis. Pirates get the service. Hull. Kate Berry was there for the return. Panthers get it back across the net. Here's Hull again from the middle of the court with a kill. Berry is there. Now Lundstra again decides to go with the oomph. And the oomph pays off with her kill across court in the back corner. 21-14 the score. As the Panthers will bring back in for the service Journey Jelsing, leading it by 7. Jelsing serve right down the line. She'll go. Henderson is there. Up front it comes. And the tap across by Stanley. Kill attempt up front. Just coming off the bench. Ava Ballou with a point for Wenatchee. Panthers 3 points away from taking this second set here tonight on a very, very hot night in this gymnasium. They have a giant fan spinning in one end just to try to cool it down here, but not really doing much at this point. Panthers on the service. Block attempt at the net. Panthers try to keep it alive. Give credit where credit is due. Up front was Naomi Herrera for that kill for Davis. Herrera will come out. Back in comes Gasling, and back to serve is the libero, Brisa Garfias. Garfias goes to the back line. To the Panthers, Demersion. Here's a kill attempt up front by Lundstra, and it will be a point to Davis. Lundstra again having a hard time finding the range there to keep it in bounds. 22-16. Davis, just like last set, got it all the way back tied at 23, but then the Panthers won the next 2 to win the first match. Here's a kill at the line, at the net for Wenatchee by Jelsing, and this one skips off a couple of bodies and stays in, and will be a point to Wenatchee. 23-16 our score. Lundstra with the service for the Panthers. Cross court she'll go. Up front it comes. Here's the kill attempt by Henderson, and a beautiful job by her to get the point for Davis, so the Pirates stay alive. Back in comes Robledo, and back to serve will be Jocelyn Stanley. She's had some quality points in this second set. Stanley with the service. It will not get over the net, however, and will make it a set point here for Wenatchee, 24-17. Kate Berry will have the service for the Panthers, trying to wrap up set number 2. Berry's service, right hand from the left side, gets it across. Henderson on the back line. Stanley up front, kill attempt, goes spinning off of a block attempt, goes out of bounds, will be a point to Davis, so the Pirates stay alive as Gasling got the credit for that kill. Layla Henderson will be on the service, trailing it by 6, trying to stay alive. Her serve is across. It will be a kind of a miss hit for Wenatchee up front, so they scramble. And then right there for the rejection is Hull at the front line for Davis. Pirates continue. Pirates have cut it to 5. Service, Henderson, Wenatchee. Again, that'll go down as an ace. As Demersion sprawling forward, can't get to it. Beautiful service by the sophomore, Henderson. Layla again. Ticks the net, falls in. Just enough momentum to come off the top of the net and fall in for the point. Davis feeling it right now. Energy on their side. The differential is 3. Service by Henderson. Got it across again, barely. Wenatchee finally a chance to get to play offensively. They just get it over. Service, or the sets. Touched by Hull, and they're going to say that's a good point for Davis. Timeout Wenatchee as it's suddenly back to a 2-point differential. My, oh my. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Call the Pro Shop. Schedule your time with our full swing S4 widescreen golf simulators. Or just go out and play some golf on the course. 509-884-4653. That's 509-884-4653 for Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Up next on the NCWLIFE channel, Sports-Wise, will be next Tuesday as West Valley will play at Wenatchee in girls soccer. Big 9 soccer on the air. Sebastian Moraga and Matt Wiesen with your play-by-play. That kicks off at 7 o'clock in the Apple Bowl. And then next Friday, it's homecoming for Eastmont as they host the Davis Pirates. I'll be alongside with Grant Olson with your play-by-play. The pregame at 6:30, kickoff at 7 from Wildcat Stadium. So after the timeout by Wenatchee, Panthers, by the way, just a point away from winning this set, but Davis having everything to say to the opposite. Henderson again with the service, goes back line. There is the Panthers, and oh my, just a matter of luck. Ball hit and blocked and falls in and will be a point to Wenatchee as the Panthers survive here to down Davis in the second set, 25-23. Suddenly our scoreboard went 15-5. I'm not sure exactly why it did that, but that is set number 2. We will take a 60-second break and come back for set number 3. It's coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee High School. You're watching Big 9 Volleyball tonight on the NCWLIFE channel as Wenatchee is taking the first 2 sets here against Davis, but it has not been easy. 25-23 in the first set, 25-22 in the second set. And apologies for not getting that score right when we finished, but again, our scoreboard here on site flipped to 15-5 for whatever reason. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family-owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. That's with our friends at Sangster Motors. If you're watching volleyball and not watching baseball, maybe you don't even have access to Root Sports. That could be, right? It is the top of the third in Seattle, where the Mariners are leading the Angels by a score of 4-0. Mariners could crawl into a tie with Houston for first place in the American League West because the Astros lost tonight. So Seattle with a chance to once again be tied for first in the division in the American League West with a victory. Seattle has won 5 straight, thrilling 13-inning walk-off win last night with Leo Rivas coming through with a 2-run home run to lead off the bottom of the 13th inning to get the win last night. It does remind me of 1995 when it was different guys up and down the lineup that were the difference to send Seattle to the postseason back in 95, the year that really saved baseball in Seattle. And you got Leo Rivas coming through with a big hit last night. At times, the starting pitching for Seattle here down the last few weeks has not been the greatest. Bryce Miller's on the mound tonight for Seattle, and he's got a shutout through, 2+ innings here tonight. So interesting watching the Mariners as they continue with their season. I think, 16, 15 games left after tonight. This is the first of a 4-game series against the Angels. Seahawks, of course, are going to be on the road at Pittsburgh this Sunday. Seattle coming off a 17-13 loss in the opener at home to San Francisco as the 49ers scored in the last seconds, within the last 2 minutes of the game to take the lead and hold on for the win. Wenatchee trying to improve their overall record to 1-1 after losing to Linden in a tight match over the weekend on the road in Northwest Washington. Trying to defend the home floor here tonight. And Kate Berry will have the service to start our third set. Berry's service there to Hull, and Hull's bump on the return goes into the net and falls to the floor, so a point for Wenatchee. Panthers have gone out to a lead in each of these here tonight, each set so far. Davis did come back and force a couple of lead changes in that second set after Wenatchee led wire to wire in the third. Close one here for Henderson to almost go outside of the antenna. And now Demersion kind of awkwardly towards the post, holding up our net here tonight. And so a point to Davis, tied at 1-1. Stanley on the service now for Davis. Got it across, down to a knee goes Demersion to return that one. Wenatchee just again a scramble. Now they'll sit back up again. Kate Berry with a beautiful job to get down to it. And we're going to get a point to Davis. 2 hits called against Wenatchee. Panthers arms shrugged. Not knowing exactly what happened there, but a 2-hit call against the Panthers gives the point to Davis. So our first lead change of this one puts the Pirates up 2-1. Panthers, kill attempt, cross court, Demersion, point, Panthers. Claire Demersion, when she can find the range there, she is absolutely deadly on that cross court hit. Service for the Panthers will be to Sienna Nell, who just checked in. Nell standing almost all the way back in the visitors' locker room before she approaches. There with a return is Garfias, and Davis kind of out of sync on that set defensively, trying to get the return back across. So the point to the Panthers, another lead change here in this one. A couple of lead changes here in the early going. A couple of ties as well. Nell with the service. Into the net it goes. And so we're back tied once again. Substitution for the Panthers back into the contest comes Sela Hull. And out after a brief spell is Sienna Nell. And the service will be to a splendid sophomore, Layla Henderson. Back line to Jelsing. And oh my, that was a beautiful hit. I don't know if that was Riley Jones that got it, or I think it was Riley. May have been Jelsing. Or Loonstra. Could have been Loonstra. Nonetheless, point to Wenatchee. Lead at 4-3 here. It'll be Demersion on the service. Cross court to Hull. Hit the ceiling. They keep it alive as long as it's above the surface of the floor. They can keep it alive. Here's a beautiful backwards little touch at the net by Stanley. Point to Davis. Tied once again. In to serve now is Gasling. Gasling serve. Gets it down to Barry. Barry got it across, and now Wenatchee trying to counter. Kind of falling backwards on the kill attempt that time was Loonstra, but it will work. And a point to the Panthers as they wrestle away the service once again. Service for the Panthers will be Riley Jones. Cross court, she'll go. Hull is there. Up front to Stanley. Cross court, kill attempt, but a block at the net. And I'll tell you, Ava Blues had some pretty good moments here tonight for Wenatchee. She gets the block there. And the point for Wenatchee is they maintain service. 6-4 the score. That's their largest lead by either team in this third set. Wenatchee's up 2-0. Boy, that's a tough serve. Hull there. Now Hull gets it back on the kill, and it will skim off the net to be a point to Wenatchee. Didn't touch anybody. Goes out of bounds. That's just kind of that angle of the dangle, a little bit too much for Cheyenne Hull. Again, Jones on the service for the Panthers, up by 3. Service by Riley, way too deep. Look out. Callie Benson back there running camera had that. If we had 3D TV, that would have come right into your lap. Substitution here for Davis as Garfias comes back in. Oh, they traded liberos. Is that what they did? Did Davis? Service by Garfias. Now the kill attempt tips off of a finger up front by the Pirates. Now getting it across to Stanley. Kate Berry on the back line. Kill attempt. Sprawling down for the save. And this one will go out of bounds. It'll be a point to Wenatchee. And trying to get the new libero. Okay, so it is James Tias, who is now wearing the libero uniform for Davis. Meanwhile, back in for the Panthers comes Soraya Jensen. And back to serve for Wenatchee will be Journey Jelsing. Jelsing serve, cross court. Boy, that was a nasty knuckleball serve there as Garfias sprawls to the floor trying to return it. Can't get anything on it. And a point on an ace to Wenatchee. Again, Jelsing on the service. Panthers' largest lead now at 4 points. Down the line, Jelsing goes, just touched at the net and basically served right up on a platter for Brevin Loonstra. Point to Loonstra. Panthers up by 5, 10-5. Maybe a little confidence shaken here by Davis. Down the line it goes. Pirates trying to return it. Hull is there, and it will go too deep and out. Nice look by Wenatchee and good communication to say that that ball was going to be outside and wide. Again, Jelsing continuing on the service for the Panthers. Down the line it will go back back line with it. And then again, Stanley's set is right to Wenatchee at the net. Davis counters. Panthers, another kill attempt by Wenatchee, and Davis keeps it alive. Panthers with an opportunity. Davis still trying to scramble to get to their position. Now a falling shot by Hull. Up to Stanley. She'll bump it across, but it will go out of bounds. And a point to Wenatchee. 12-5 the score. See if Steve Stanley wants to take a timeout. He will. And we will take a break as well. 30 seconds on the broadcast. 12-5 Wenatchee trying to sweep aside the Davis Pirates here in the first Big Nine tilt of the season. We're back with more Big Nine Volleyball next on the NCWLIFE channel.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
Thanks for joining us for Big Nine Volleyball tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage in part brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Also by our friends at Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment and rental dealer for 75 years. That is Valley Tractor. Panthers up 12-5. Their largest lead here at 7 in this third set after Wenatchee won the first set 25-23 and the second set 25-22. Journey Jelsing continues on the service for Wenatchee. Somebody opened the door, and boy, does that feel good in here. Here's a kill attempt, but a block at the net, and that will go sailing off of the Pirates. And Wenatchee pushing and shoving each other in exultation. Soraya Jensen credit for the kill at the net for Wenatchee. Point to the Panthers. 8-point lead now. Separating themselves even further from the Pirates. Davis scrambling. Henderson got it across. Kate Berry is there. Here's the kill attempt by the hand of Lundstra. And it will carry him off of a Pirates and go out of bounds. Point to the Panthers. Make it a 9-point lead for Wenatchee. Jelsing continues on the run. Oh, hits the net with the service, so it'll go over to Davis. Pirate service, and I'll tell you, Cheyenne Hull needs to come up with a few points in a row here, as it's an 8-point differential. Her serve, back line. Panthers are there, Demersion. Now the kill attempt up front. On the hit was Jensen. Now Davis with the counter. Up front, here's Berry. Here's the set for Jensen again. And a beautiful redirect up front by Stanley. Stanley will set it this time. And they'll try to go cross court and do it successfully on the kill by Henderson. Davis will maintain the service, trailing it by 7. Can they make another run? Do they have it in them? He's got a timeout here for a moment while up towards the line, Herrera will tie her shoe. Service by Hull. Jensen there. Up front it comes. Here's the kill attempt. Jensen there. Berry there. Well, she got it under the net, not over the net. She was squatted down on the floor here at Wenatchee High School. Point to Davis. 3 points in a row for the Pirates. Hull again with the service. Wenatchee down as it was Lundstra who got it to keep it alive. Here's the kill attempt by Davis. Up front it comes for the Panthers. Redirect and a point. Beautiful job up front by Jelsing. Back to a 7-point advantage for Wenatchee, and it will be Lundstra on the service for the Panthers. Although first we need a substitution. As back in for Wenatchee comes Sienna Nell. Again, Lundstra on the service. Her serve ticks the top of the net. Saved by the libero for Davis. Here's Henderson, tries to go cross court again. Panthers are there. Demersion with a good deflection. Wenatchee gets it back across. Now Davis a little out of sorts. They get it back over. Here's the kill attempt. Left hand from the right side by Nell. Davis there to respond. Cross court again. Goes over. It's on the Davis side. Pirates need to get it back across this time. They do, but hold on. We got a point to Wenatchee. It was 2 hits whistled against Davis, as Herrera did all she could to keep it alive. Coach Stanley comes over to her, gives her a low 5 and says, nah, that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Panther ball and service back to Lunstra, leading it by 8. Back line kill attempt hits off of the block attempt by Ballou and sails out of bounds. So that's off of Wenatchee, touched last before it went out of bounds. So it's a point to Davis. Pirates stay alive here. And here's your new libero, Sophia James-Tias, on the serve for Davis. Kate Berry on the return, got it across the net, so back and forth it goes here. Here's Demersion, kind of a miss hit there. Couldn't quite decide. She was mid-flight on her jump on how she wanted to hit that, and as it turns out, she just kind of dinked it and goes into the net for the point for the Pirates. 2 points in a row for Davis here. Wenatchee, Demersion, cross court, it will go. There is James-Tias. Demersion again. Here's a kill from the middle, and it's good. On the point for Wenatchee that time, Lunstra once again. Service goes back to Wenatchee as Kate Berry comes back in. She'll handle the serve for the Panthers, leading at 17-10, trying to wrap up a sweep here tonight at home against a very feisty Davis Pirate team. Back line to Hull, up front to Stanley. She'll reverse the set to Henderson. Cross court, was it touched? Point to Davis. The official here on the near side said it was touched. Coach Jordan McGregor saying, oh, hang on, hold on. She's wondering how the ball could go across the court and go out of bounds when the angle of the defender was here on the near side by the antenna. But the point still goes to Davis despite the protest by the Panthers. 17-11 the score, and it will be Jocelyn Stanley with the service here for Davis. Right hand goes down the right side. Here's a kill attempt. Oh my. What are you going to do with that? Riley Jones with a perfect set up front to the middle for Wenatchee off of the assist by Journey Jelsing. 18-11. Barry continues on the service for the Panthers. Oh, excuse me, no. It is Sienna Nell on the service. Forgot they lost a point in between there. So Nell now on the service. Left hand from the right side. Nell service, hold on. Stanley was moving early. She came running towards the net before the serve was achieved. And so the point goes to Wenatchee, 18-11 now the score. Our official on the floor here, Michael Cole, is explaining to Coach Steve Sandley what he saw. And I could see her moving in. The question is whether she crossed that line into the front portion of the floor. And to me, it looked like she did as well. So penalty whistled there, and the point goes to Wenatchee, leading it now by 8, 19-11. That matches their largest lead here in the third set. Service by Nell, back line to Henderson, up front to Stanley. Now the kill by Hull. She just got it across, and that'll be a point to Davis as Kate Berry left her feet flopping to the floor, flung up a right fist, and it will be sailing out of bounds. Substitution here. Nell comes out. In for Wenatchee comes Sela Hull. Meanwhile, the service will be to the sophomore who's just impressed me tonight, Layla Henderson. Henderson service. Back line to Lunstra. Up front, here's the kill by Demersion. The ball blocked right there at the line and sent back by Gessling, and a point to Davis. Davis has had this little run mid-set each of the first two. Can they do it again here in the third? Service by Henderson to Lunstra. Little touch at the net by Jones. Here's the sweeping arcing shot back over. Wenatchee with a cross-court set. The kill target, Demersion, had to back up. Now Kate Berry with a hand to keep that ball alive, and a beautiful set and a point by Demersion on the kill. 20-13. So Steve Stanley has another question for our official on the floor tonight, the R2, if you will, Michael Cole. Bill Lieber, our R1, who has the up position at the net here this evening. 20-13 the score. Demersion on the service for Wenatchee. Back line, it will go. Scrambled by Henderson. They get it back across. Berry down to a knee. Here's a kill at the line by Riley Jones. Looked like she may have hurt herself on that one. Back line to Berry. Up front, here's a set, kill, and a block, and a point to Davis. Wenatchee, they say, double hits. 4 hits, that is, as the ball was blocked and got back into the face of one of the Panthers. 20-14 the score. Gasling on the service. Gasling. Berry. Cross court. Kill, good. Again, Lundstra. 1 kill after another tonight for the Panther senior. Service for Wenatchee will be Riley Jones. Jones, oh boy, that was close, but again, too deep. She's had 3 or 4 of those tonight for the Panthers. Too much of that upper body workout, maybe. Again, we'll have Big 9 girls soccer coming up next Tuesday here on the NCW Life Channel, Wenatchee and West Valley from the Apple Bowl. Be sure and join us for that. Down to a knee on the back line goes Immersion. And we're going to get a point to Wenatchee. Apparently a lift is called against Davis. 22-15 the score. Steve Stanley, if looks could kill. Hey. Not happy with some of the adjudication that's happened here the last several points against his Pirates. Service down the line. Henderson is there. Reverse to Hull. Hull to Berry. Scramble for Wenatchee. Demersion got it back over. Here's another set up front. Kill by Hull. Berry is there. Set it up. And a kill. And a point. Lundstra once again. Wenatchee 2 away from the sweep. Jelsing with the service for the Panthers. The service. Oh, it's an ace. Down to a knee, trying to get to it was Garfias, but what a serve by Jelsing. So the Panthers trying to wrap it up here. They won the first set 25-23. The second set 25-22. Lead it here 24-15. Student body hollering loudly. And that will be, nope, it's still alive. Davis, I thought, was going to lose it right there. Reverse set, left-handed kill by Nell. Saved by Davis. Henderson pushes it back over. Berry is there. Here's the kill attempt. It was deep. And Davis with the swipe. Now it is Stanley redirecting it. Up front it comes. Here's the kill from the back line. And oh my gosh, what a thunderous hit by Demersion. Glances off of a Pirate and out of bounds. And the Wenatchee Panthers will get the sweep here tonight over Davis, 25-15 in our third set. We will take a break, come back into the post-game show. Coming up, we will talk to head coach for the Panthers, Jordan McGregor, and we'll also see if we can get one Brevin Lundstra to tell us about her senior year right here on the NCW Life Channel as it comes up on the postgame right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
School's back, but this is the kind of math we like. Over 100 slices of pepperoni, 1 giant Abby's pizza feeds up to 6 hungry people. That's A+ value, toppings to the edge. That's been the Abby's way since forever. Now go do your homework. When someone says, bring home the bacon, we know what they mean. They want Abby's legendary Bacon Cheddar Pizza, loaded with country bacon and packed with Canadian bacon. On sale now at abbys.com. This month, bring home the bacon at family-owned Abby's.
The Wenatchee Panthers win their opener at Big 9 volleyball tonight over the Davis Pirates, 3-0. Talking with Brevin Lundstrom now. Brevin, talk about, first of all, coming back from that disappointment on the road in Linden last Saturday. Did you feel a little better about this one tonight?
Yeah, I think we definitely stepped up in this game and just kind of got all of our aggression out. It was a really good game to just hit away and just get all of our aggression out, yeah.
You've seen this team before. They're pretty good. Were you a little surprised? Did you expect what they gave you tonight? Because it seems that they had a little run. Every time you guys got some separation, they came right back at you.
Yeah, I think we're definitely still figuring out how to keep teams low on runs right now. But, yeah, I think they put out a great game, and we just had that built-up energy that we had from the Linden game, so... Yeah.
Talk about your kills. I mean, you get that dialed in, and I don't know what anybody can do against you.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to get my kills without my setter. So, shout out Journey. Had a great game. She's just my rock in this game. So, yeah.
From your perspective, do you like it at the net? Do you like it a little bit deeper on those sets?
I definitely like an open net. So, if there's not a middle blocker up, I just like it tight. But most of the time, tight. Yeah. Like that.
You guys have a big tournament coming up this weekend in the Sun Dome. Get a rematch against Linden in your bracket. That's kind of fun. Talk about that, and how does that set you up for what you want to accomplish this season?
Yeah, we've been using all of our practice time to really dial in on what we missed in that Linden game and just get dialed in on what we need to fix, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. We have a good defense running now.
For you as a senior, you've got some other seniors that are on this club that know about winning a state championship. Talk about that. Is that a goal, or do you just set the first goal of let's get through the season, let's win a Big 9 title, and go from there?
I think we definitely have our goals built up, but obviously state championship is the biggest one there. Yeah, obviously it's league champs and then district champs, and then hopefully get that title again.
Well, best of luck this weekend in Yakima. We'll see you again here in a few weeks.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, there you go. It is the Wenatchee Panthers and Brevin Lundstrom joining us here as the Panthers sweep aside the Davis Pirates. We're going to talk to her head coach, Jordan McGregor. I know it's her favorite thing to do, to be on TV. We'll do that coming up next on the NCW Life channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Well, our post-match show continues here on the NCWLIFE channel after the Wenatchee Panthers turn aside the Davis Pirates in 3 sets here tonight. Now I'm talking with Jordan McGregor, head coach. Well, did you accomplish, or did the girls accomplish, come back from Saturday, what you wanted to see tonight? What's your take after this one?
Yeah, I think the girls did great. I mean, obviously there were some runs late in the game that we let them come back by points, and we were making some errors on our end that we got to clean up. But honestly, for our first home game out, it's our first league match. We're early in the season. We have a whole new team trying to figure out our chemistry, and we're trying to figure out our groove. And I'm just so proud for the girls to pull out those sets that were close and to get the job done and to go 3-0.
We just talked to Brevin, one of your key seniors. Talk about her and that group. To have that experience coming back, and Riley, having that group to come back and know what it's like to win a state title.
Yeah, I have a core group of kids who were with us for the last few years. This is their 3rd year with me now, and I'm just so happy of just the leadership that they've stepped up into. We lost a big senior class that was a part of that leadership for a long time, and these seniors have just stepped in so beautifully, and they're just getting the job done, and I just couldn't be more proud of the way they've stepped up and stepped in and just kind of taken the program under their hands.
As you get ready for going to Yakima this weekend, that's going to be a fun tournament. You get a chance to play Linden again in your pool play. How does that tournament set you up for maybe heading back there later in November?
Yeah, Sun Dome Tournament is one of my favorite tournaments. I mean, you got a lot of high-level teams there. It's a tournament early in the season, so it gives us a bunch of playing just to find our groove and to find out our rotations and figure out what we want to do. And obviously, we're excited to see Linden again. They're such a solid team, and they're just so fun to play. And so I'm just glad that we have that opportunity again, and hopefully it all goes good for us, but we're excited.
It's pool play for the first 3 matches, right? And are those 2-set matches? How's that work?
So they're the best 2 out of 3, okay. And then all the 1 seeds from every pool go to the gold bracket, 2 seeds go to silver, so on and so forth. And so we got to win our pool.
I'm still astounded at what we have here in North Central Washington as far as the volleyball talent. And where does that come from? I was just, we did Eastmont's broadcast on Tuesday night. They beat Ephrata, a totally different looking team for the Wildcats. And they said, well, we worked with Marnie in the offseason, and that's huge. Is that part of it?
I mean, yeah, Marnie is a great resource that all of us coaches in the Valley have. I think our kids growing up in the beach program up in Chelan is huge. I mean, Chelan's a great solid team. Manson's a solid team. Cashmere's a solid team. And we've got solid teams all around here in the Valley. And I just think it's really cool to see. I think having a huge club that gets kids starting to play early, and then they all play together. Like our senior class have been playing club together since they were 10 years old. So that definitely makes a difference in building that chemistry and building that bond as you keep playing.
I was impressed with Riley as a sophomore on her hops. It looks like she's even jumping out of the gymnasium anymore.
How big is that for you guys when you can get those nice sets up front like that and get those thunderous kills?
Oh, yeah, Riley's a hammer. I mean, if we can get balls to her, I have full confidence in her to put down the ball. She works very hard. She plays multiple sports. She works out. She wants to get her vertical even higher. That's her goal. You know, she wants to be the best she can be, and she's a very hard worker at that.
Well, congrats on the win. Keep everybody healthy this weekend, and good luck down in Yakima.
Thank you.
There you go. Jordan McGregor joining us here on the postgame show. We'll come back, wrap it up here from Wenatchee High School where the Panthers knock off the Davis Pirates. We'll come back with one more segment next on the NCWLIFE channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
So the Wenatchee Panthers bounce back after a loss to Linden over the weekend. They get the win here tonight at home against a very tough Davis Pirates team. It's going to be interesting the next time these two meet down in Yakima later in this season. And who knows, maybe they'll meet again this weekend in the Sundome as they get to the gold bracket after the pool play is over in the morning hours at the Sundome in Yakima. 25, 23, 22, and 15 the final here tonight as Wenatchee gets the win and improves to 1-0 in Big Nine play. For our entire crew here tonight at Wenatchee High School and back in our studios, I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for watching Big Nine Volleyball. We'll see you again next Tuesday for soccer on the NCWLIFE channel. Have a good night, everybody.
Hand off to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between the...
Thanks for watching exclusive coverage of high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel. This broadcast has been sponsored in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade, Dick Seating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, and Valley Tractor. We now return you to normal broadcasting already in progress on the NCWLIFE channel, your local